Challenge 3. Start a fire. It is now time for you to build tangible prototypes for your product or service. These won't be market ready right away, but each revision will teach a hard but valuable lesson for the final product.
Challenge 3 was mostly about rapid prototyping. I spent most of my time just trying to make solutions that I have validated through challenge 1 and 2. Yeah, I think my biggest accomplishment was that I have set up an online testing platform using the prototype I designed. In just one day of launching, I had 30 respondents just signing up. More than 90% have successfully completed the missions that I have set up, and people gave really good feedback.
Challenge 3 was all about prototyping. It was working on what your final product might look like and the steps you might take to get to that final product. We also experimented with different things like a web page, videos, storyboards, as well as, prototyping the final app. I think where we're at right now is a good start, but there's a lot more work that definitely needs to go into it. So I've been really fortunate in having sort of the support of friends and family who've really been pitching in.
For us, our biggest accomplishment was the fact that we've been able to try it on 4 different people, and gives us a very great insight on the changes that we wanted to make.
We are, I would say, content with the point we're at with our prototypes. We were able to work well with the different iterations that we got from our different user interviews.
Something that we learned is the importance of testing all these different steps on the customer.
We're honestly just pumped. We've got such great feedback from the people we conducted our interviews with, our surveys with, our iteration trials with.
Challenge 3 was essentially our first foray into prototype development and testing that with our potential consumer audience. We needed to figure out what prototypes that we needed to develop, how those prototypes could help us confirm our major assumptions, and then see if really we were on the right track with what we were developing. We certainly are on the right track, and we certainly are validating those assumptions and making progress, which is super nice to see.
Challenge 3 was about prototyping and really understanding the assumptions that we were making about our business. So for us, it was about testing those assumptions and continuing those interviews with people, but now having a solid view of what our model will look like. We have a good base of what the app will look like, but there's still a lot of work to get done before we make it to Challenge 6.
Personally, for me, I had a bunch of different assumptions that I wanted to test. I decided to create 3 different prototypes to test each individual concept. It kind of came clear to me that there was this other kind of business model idea that I didn't really test. So then again, in this challenge, I was testing 2 different business models, and now I know which business model I want to move forward with. So hopefully in this next challenge, now I have that one set business model, I can just go forward. I am really excited about the social media challenge because for me, branding is definitely, it's kind of the life of whatever you're building. It's really nice and fun for me to go out there and be okay, what do I want my brand to represent?